Hello and welcome everyone again into another video. And today's video we have some Great League battles. I played I think 4 sets in the Open Great League and I went I think 3-2, 3-2, 4-1, 3-2. The team I've already used in the past, it's the Lantern, Surfetch, and Trevenant. What's the use for Trevenant? Well, basically there is lots of Lantern, there is lots of Poliwrath, there is lots of Skarmory, and Trevenant has a decent matchup against those. Surfetch is there basically just as a coverage against those Slicky Tongues in case we see someone with that thing. And as you guys can see, we get a Night Slash boost. What does that mean? That means you just go straight Night Slash and you shield. Okay, I think they are 3 away. Okay, I think I should have just farmed all the way down because it seems that they were 4 away. So I could have just left the matchup with an entire charge move, and here I could have CMP'd, but it doesn't matter at this point because we have a Trevenant that destroys everything about Lantern, and Lantern cannot technically throw anything to threaten this. I noticed that the opponent is staying in a bad matchup. If you see the opponent staying in a bad matchup, that means they are going for the catch, so don't throw your charge move, hold on your energy. They threw the charge move, they did not, I think they focus blasted there, so they didn't get a debuff. Focus blast doesn't debuff. I was just saying, usually if they get a debuff, they can win the 0, I think. But I'm just trying to do my best here and just do whatever until like the Lantern get aligned against the Trevenant. This is a horrible lead, but this is not a bad matchup. If you have Water Gun, because I think you win the 2 if you call a bait. Opponents safe swapped a Skarmory and we were fishing for a boost. Technically, we did not get a boost and we CMP'd them here. So if they no shield this, I'm actually gonna shield and farm all the way down. Why? Because I can leave this matchup with a move and I should get a shield from the Swampert. So now if they bring in Swampert, we just throw a Leaf Blade. So let's see what they do. They brought back the Swampert. I tried to CMP the Swampert, but they did not throw, which is a good play by them. Well, we grabbed the shield, and now we have Swampert aligned against the our Trev aligned against their Swampert, so we should win this game. This is a scuffed matchup, but Lantern is the superior Pokemon here because Lantern has stab, fast moves, and charge moves, while Vigoroth has only Body Slam as a stab move. Technically, Lantern is the superior Pokemon because it has just like a decent bulk, decent fast move pressure, and charge move pressure. So here, I'm trying to leave this matchup as low as possible. And if you guys remember, we still have a shield and they need 2 EQs, so that's not doable for them. Moving into the next game, another horrible lead. So I'm trying to cover as much as bad leads as possible. So technically we're not focusing on those leads when we lead like into a Skarmory, and then when we lead, then we just RPS them all the way down, because you know, like this is the beginning, this is the first day of the Great League, so we will try to focus more on educational battles as much as possible. Here opponent did a nice catch. I actually overfarmed by 1 in case they tried to catch, but opponent was too good and they expected the overfarm and then they did the catch. So what's the play now? Now I need to stall in the switch, and I think I need to leave with some energy. So we're just gonna farm all the way down, and now insta swap. Basically, I tried to swap. I clicked on the swap, but I think the game desynced for a turn, and here the opponent is lagging now. So I lagged, then the opponent lagged after. Technically, which one is worse? I think their lag was worse than mine because I lost a turn, so I couldn't swap and catch the power whip. But technically, if I caught the power, like the mud bomb, I think I still win the game, regardless, because Trevenant beats Vigoroth here as long as you shield the Rock Slide. So now it's like a tough decision for them, but they still have to shield, and they decided that they figured that they cannot win because my Trevenant had energy. Another horrible lead. We insta-swap to Surfetch. They bring in the Talonflame. Now thinking about this, should I swap into Trevenant? Honestly, I still don't know, but I think Surfetch has been doing not decent for me. So I'm going here to get a shield from them if possible, and we throw another Night Slash. So the Night Slash here should grab a shield, as you guys can see, and now we need to just farm this all the way down. What was that? What's that? Okay, that was a weird visual glitch. I think this is the first time I see it or something. I definitely seen opponents doing that, but I've never seen myself doing it. They brought the Whiscash, and now we're just going for the catch, and we get the catch. So this is, I think I am in a good situation, because usually people with Talonflame, that's their only answer to Grass. They have Vigoroth in the back. Vigoroth technically can beat Trevenant, I think, up energy. On the same energy base as Trevenant can win as long as you shield a Rock Slide. So we're just gonna over farm here. I don't think I died to the Rock Slide here, so we're just gonna keep over farming. So we left the matchup with almost a Seed Bomb. So if they bring in Whiscash, I should be able to get to another Seed Bomb, because we get the back-to-back, right? Now we swap, and we go straight for... So, okay, something here need to be mentioned. So if you have a move and you swap, you insta-throw the move. If it's a 2-turn against 2-turn. Why? Because the swap will be 1 turn. So technically, if you have a move, you insta-throw the move, because that means you're throwing on good timing. If you do one fast move, it will be alignment, and then they will get a free mod shot. So yeah, that's your tip of the day in this video. And now all we need to do is just to get to this surf, and we should be fine. I think we should live this Mud Bomb, and we should outpace to the move, and hopefully this is enough to KO. And look at that, guys. How many horrible leads so far? 3 horrible leads, we won. Okay, moving into the next game. So, okay. Poliwrath, technically we don't have a Poliwrath answer in this, because Poliwrath can hit everything. Poliwrath beats Surfetch, Poliwrath beats this, because we have Water Gun. Poliwrath can throw super effective charge moves against Trevenant. So now, I genuinely hope that they swap out thinking that I have Spark. So let's see what they do. They swap out thinking this is a Spark, and then they swap in the Charger Bus. I don't have a Charger Bus answer. So what I'm supposed to do here, I'm just gonna chip it as much as possible and eventually leave. Why? This is what we call it the tag team strategy, where if you don't have an answer to one specific Pokemon, you try to split the damage on 2 Pokemons, the lead, and then you swap. So if you look at their health, this is some decent Shadow Claw farm down. So I'm just going to tank a move and then swap to my own Trevenant and farm them all the way down, as there is no reason to let them get more farm. And remember, they cannot swap out. They have to stay in. And now we see a Lickitung. This matchup is not as bad as you think, as long as you have a shield. Because if you are up 2 Shadow Claws, you can win the 1-0. Keep that in mind, as long as you have a rank 1 Trevenant. So now what's the play? The play, we farm this thing all the way down. Okay, we're not going to throw anything. We're just going to blind shield, keep countering. And remember, they swapped in. So what I said was correct, but opponent technically swapped in and put themselves in a bad situation. So what I'm going to be doing is, look at that. They have the move, so I'm going to do, sorry. They just get to the move. So now I'm going to do 1 because I'm expecting them to overfarm, then go for the catch. Look at that. Amazing. We get the catch, Icy Wind, we counter down, bring in your Licky or whatever you have, because this game is basically a GG. And yeah, that was a nice game. Moving into the next one, we have Lantern into Dedenne. Lantern wins the 0, I think. Dedenne wins up a shield. So we're not planning to shield anything here. I still don't know what's the ideal play, because usually if they are staying in, that means they don't have an answer. So technically, the moment they shielded here, I should have swapped out, because I grabbed the shield, and I could okay. So what I would recommend here, you see, here the moment they shielded, the ideal play is swap to Surfetch and shield their charge move, and remember you win CMP, right? So you can, and leave the matchup with 1 energy. So you can go to 9 on Surfetch and then throw, and it will be CMP on the second, because we're planning to shield, right? Because look at that, they live with 1 HP. So that's like a downside. That's the ideal play. But this is not bad, okay? But now if they have a Skarm or something that does super effective to those, we are put in a bad situation. Technically, we have shields, but their fast move is very oppressive, and I need a boost in this matchup. Because look at the... Technically, Surfetch does not have any bulk. Okay, so what we're gonna do here? Another Night Slash. No boost for us. I think I need to aggressively swap. An opponent also expected, or let's say anticipated my swap, and they also instantly swapped. So what's the play now? I think I needed 1 more Shadow Claw here just to get to 3 Seed Bombs by the time they get to 2 Power Whips. So the ideal play here as a Lickitung, they should not be baiting. My ideal play is just go straight, and the next Seed Bomb should KO as long as we get it, and we were 1 turn short. So I think I shouldn't be shielding, but if I don't shield, I don't have health. That's the problem. So this should KO, and they do have a move on the Skarmory, and this game should be a GG. Basically, we got out-bulked in that team. So here we have Nidoqueen. So Nidoqueen usually... okay, how am I going to play this? I'm actually going to shield the first. Why the first, not the second? Because I'm not going to shield one of them, right? And if I no shield the first and it's an earth power, I'm going to be put in a bad situation. But if I don't shield the second, they are already at low health, right? So now what I'm going to do is, if they shield, I'm just not going to shield at all. And then we will swap into Trevenant and farm this thing all the way down. Yeah, we go Trevenant. I love how the game did not allow me to swap. And we see a Bastion. They bring in Medi. This is actually a winnable matchup. Surfetch can KO Medi up a shield, because 2 Leaf Blades plus the counter are enough to KO. So I'm not going to shield here, actually. I'm going to call the bait. And it's a bait. Who would have thought? You see that like slither amount of health? This is enough to get Bastion to like 60% health. Look at the counter damage. Amazing. So now they are in double Shadow Ball range, so technically they don't have a play. And I recommend, if you're a Bastion user, stop using it. Learn how to play the game. This is a very tough lead. This is an extremely tough lead. There is no play. I don't have any play, because if my only chance is having Spark. I don't have Spark, so I'm just gonna go for the bait. Okay, we don't shield now. So for the people who complain about getting hard countered here and there, look at this game. Look at that, another hard counter. So how am I supposed to win a game where I'm getting literally hard countered all the time? Well, how about you start counting, okay? So we know that we don't care about this, and my win con is basically farm this thing all the way down with Surfetch, and hopefully Surfetch can sweep. So look at that. If they usually have a Lantern, which can give me a win con. So we're gonna keep farming, farm. Okay, we have a shield. If they bring in... Okay, they brought the Lantern. What does that mean? I need to leave this matchup with as much energy as possible. So if I land this, we're just gonna farm all the way down. There is no reason to throw anything now. Why? Because 2 Night Slashes KO the Dragonite. We get to 2 moves, and now we throw them back to back. And see, this matchup was basically an extreme hard counter in the lead, and in the swap, we were able to flip this game. See, we win. Just because you get hard countered doesn't mean you lose. And that was a nice 4-1 set. Moving into the next game, we pick up a nice lead for once. Opponent swaps into a Lickitung, and what we do is we shield, and then we count 6 counters and throw a Leaf Blade. So remember, if you are using Surfetch, every 6 counters, Lickitung gets to a Body Slam if you don't count. So I intentionally throw in CMP to force them to use the shield there. So now I am gonna go straight counter down, and then when they bring in the Golbat, we're just gonna go straight Night Slash. They should respect one of those, because a Brave Bird would have one-shot there. Okay, so what do we do now? We go Lantern, and they do have a Ferrothorn, and at this point, this game is a GG. See, guys, this team is not bad. I actually like the team. I know that there are some better teams right there, but this team is very frail. Hits extremely hard. And now, this is a Power Whip, so technically we can farm all the way down and then land the Shadow Ball on the Golbat. That Golbat was supposed to beat 2 Pokemons in my team, but hey, we had the alignment, and we maintained the alignment to win the game. And that was the last battle. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. This is the end of the video. If you guys like these battles, make sure you leave a like on the channel, make sure to subscribe, and see you in the next video. Peace.